Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem joins us from the Portland ICE facility. Sarah, you just heard the governor call you a little girl playing dress-up. What do you say to that?
He keeps throwing out insults. I wish he would just defend the people that he's responsible for. And that is what is shocking to me about these leftist politicians, just how they ignore the people who elected them, jeopardize their safety, and continue to disrespect our law enforcement officers. So one of the things I've been dealing with all day here in Portland is a bunch of pansies that are elected into political office who won't make a decision to keep their citizens safe. I'm proud of our federal law enforcement officers. They're absolute rock stars in the face of this kind of opposition, and we're going to continue to get them the resources they need to get the bad guys off the streets, Jesse.
All right. Well, you flew into Portland today. I'm sure you met with a lot of big shots. How did the meetings go? Did you speak to the mayor of Portland?
Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as I landed, I met with the governor. She came and met me at the airport, and every question that we asked as far as safety and security here, she deferred to her chief of police, said that I would meet with him later in the day. So I did. When I got to the ICE facility, I met with him and also the superintendent of the state police. I told them what we wanted. We wanted more security here at the building, a bigger buffer zone to keep our officers safe. We wanted to have their streets opened up again and not let the anarchists run this city anymore, that we would ask them to continue to back us up like we've been asking for instead of what they've been doing the last several months, which is just leaving our officers hang out to dry. The chief asked if I wanted to meet with the mayor, and I said absolutely. Came back and just met with the mayor, and I'm so extremely disappointed. He's continuing to play politics, did not commit to any of those promises, and said that he'd give me an answer by tomorrow. And I'm hopeful that he will. What I told him is that if he did not follow through on some of these security measures for our officers, we were going to cover him up with more federal resources, and that we were going to send 4 times the amount of federal officers here so that the people of Portland could have some safety. They could have some security. Today, Jesse, we went and got a sex offender off the streets here in Portland that had been violating minors, and we're going to bring him to justice. And this Portland mayor tried to brag about him making our streets safer. No, absolutely not. It is our federal CBP and ICE officers that are cleaning up this city, and every single day they're going to stay dedicated to doing that.
So none of these officials thanked you for getting these pedophiles off the street?
They said that they were glad that that was happening, but that they weren't going to change their posture. They're continuing to. Here's the deal, Jesse, is they're more scared of the anarchists that are down on the street right now yelling horrible, horrific threats at our officers than they are of the officers or the people that live in this city. Right next to this building is an apartment building filled with people who deserve to be able to come in and out of their building safely. I asked the mayor, I said, do you get to go home at night and walk from your car into your building and do so safely? Do you get to drive to work and be safe while you do that? I said, those people don't get the opportunity to do that. My federal law enforcement officers don't get to do that. They get threats and doxxed, and their families get threatened every day. Why don't they deserve what you get, Mr. Mayor? And he said, well, we're going to continue to talk about solutions, and we'll let you know when we decide. And that's just not acceptable.
Yeah, I'm not going to accept that. The president's not going to accept that. He doesn't have solutions. If he had a solution, this wouldn't have been going on for so long. We also played sound. Did you hear Senator Padilla say he did not storm at you?
Yeah, I did.
We have it on video.
Yeah, he absolutely did storm at me. Yes, I know. He absolutely did storm at me. In fact, he hit the ground and because of how he attacked me that day. So it's hard to deny the video evidence.